It is your life, it's your decision. Do whatever you want.
Serie A's old, so leave.
He's gonna be shady as but he's gonna sell a lot of houses.
So that and more coming up as myself and Nico go through some of your questions because it's Friday's Q&A. Let's get started.
I start.
You start.
Great.
Stop the dancing.
Akash Ganatra. Does Manchester United need a second striker, just a Wayne Rooney who can play as an attacking mid when required?
I'm not sure attacking mid when required. They just need an attacking midfielder that isn't Jesse Lingard.
Oh, Jesse Lingard is great.
Oh my God. I was watching a few England videos earlier and he's still in the England squad.
Is he? He must be a great bloke.
That is mind-blowing for someone who's got like 1 assist in a year or something like that.
But isn't he still?
No, he's considered a young talent. He's like 27. Anyway, regardless, yes, Manchester United do need someone like that because I think someone a bit more creative. I think McTominay is brilliant, really good this season. Not super creative. Pereira again, a good midfielder, hasn't really got that kind of flash of creativity.
I was able to sign him with Frankfurt, the football manager, so he can't be that great.
No, exactly. Pogba's got that, but not always, and he's injured, and sometimes he's not up to it. I think United fans have been crying out for James Maddison. He is that perfect number 10. He's incredibly creative. And if he plays through balls the likes that Martial and Rashford can run onto, Man United will be having a laugh. And Daniel James. That's that creative hole that he's talking about. They need it, yes.
It looks like they're targeting to bring back Depay at the moment.
Yeah, right? Memphis Depay.
Love him, but
I think he's great. I'm not sure he's quite that James Maddison.
No, he's not.
Not
at all.
But
that seems like
just throw more attackers on. See what happens.
Yeah, just bring more people in for the same position.
Right, Bate Borisov next, not the club. I'm sure just a one-man account.
No, it is the club.
Sané transfer to Bayern this winter? Question mark. Been rumours resurfacing.
Yeah, so definitely, 100%. Bayern is still talking to Sané and his manager. He's still one of the top targets, but in this situation. In the summer, time was working against Bayern, and they needed to get that deal done because the deadline was coming closer. Now, time is on their side, actually. Because Leroy Sané is still injured, and even if he will come back this season, but let's be honest, after an torn ACL, takes some time to be the same player again. So, and his contract is running out in 2021. So,
I did not know that.
From my understanding, I think Bayern can now play it slow. Sané is definitely interested in Bayern. We can't say if he's keen or not, but he definitely has some interest in it. And so Bayern should not rush into a transfer this winter because he's not going to get more expensive. Because Manchester City does not have a strong position in this bargain. You know, in this.
The longer City wait, the cheaper they'll have to sell him for.
100%. So, yeah. And if Bayern feels like Sané is not back to 100% in this winter, which he clearly will not be, because we're talking about in 6 weeks and he hasn't played yet, I think Bayern would be smart for Bayern to wait. Yeah. Just wait, and in summer he will be cheaper than this winter. Next question from Cosmin Dumitru. Why are so many Serie A talented youngsters refusing big offers and prefer to play in an old and decrepit league?
Decrepit league.
Decrepit. What does it mean, decrepit?
Well, it always goes with the saying old and decrepit, like aging, and just a bit shitty.
Serie A's coming back, man.
That is, yeah. He's managed to single-handedly insult every Serie A fan and player. I don't know which big offers you're talking about with these youngsters that leave, because some youngsters have left. There are so many reasons. This is like when you try and blanket footballers and say, this is the one reason they're not leaving.
Yeah.
Serie A's old, so leave. There's so much more to it than those two. Players want to stay for so many different reasons. They are getting good money in Serie A. Yes, it's not Premier League money, but not everyone can play in the Premier League. There's reasons that they enjoy the club. They're from there. Look at, Italy is very renowned for having these die-hard one-club kind of players, certainly who stay for a long time. The Tottis, De Rossis, Maldinis, Nestas, that kind of stuff. They obviously can move clubs. I don't know that you could honestly just say youngsters should leave for more money.
Also, I think if we're talking about Premier League here, and he's not really saying that he's talking about the Premier League. Premier League is not the best place for youngsters.
Yeah, absolutely not. Just because you're going to get more money now, what's the point?
Yeah, if you're not playing.
It goes regardless. Forget Serie A, forget anywhere. If you're a young player and you're playing football, move to somewhere you're going to play or stay where you're going to play. Don't just whatever this person is suggesting.
I'd really want
to just take every big offer that comes your way.
Yeah, no. Look, whenever we talk about players that ruined their careers by making a move too early, or we're now talking about Luka Jovic, it was too early, he's not playing. If he has taken that deal, and I think that Kosmin would be the kind of player where he said like, oh, he's not taking the big deal and he's playing in a shitty Bundesliga club. But look what the deal brought to Luka Jovic. So
exactly. No, big props to Serie A. Right, next up from Bagesh Bobate, who said,
oh no, it's pronounced Bob Hate.
Bob Hate? That's probably Bobate. Anyway, let us know. Where would the current Barca squad stand in this year's Premier League? This is super interesting.
Is it?
A little caveat on that. And also, can Ukraine become the underdogs in Euro 2020 like Ajax last year?
All right, okay, let's start with the second.
Hashtag bring back Paddy.
Okay, thank you. Great that this question is directed to me. I really appreciate it, Bob Hate.
Where would Barca finish?
Let's start with the second part, Ukraine. Let's start with Ukraine. Ukraine certainly has the best squad they had since the Shevchenko years, I'd say. They have obviously a few players who play in top European clubs and leagues. They have a great set of wingers. It's ridiculous how many wingers they have.
Konoplyanka still.
Yeah, exactly. Konoplyanka, they got Yarmolenko, they got a few youngsters coming up. They got this Brazilian dude that plays for Ukraine. He's playing for Shakhtar, I think. He played against Frankfurt last season. He's like grey, black hair. And I love him. Great player. So, but if we're talking about like Ajax, we're talking about a team that nearly made the Champions League final. So we were talking about nearly making the European Championship final, and that's not going to happen.
They're not quite the same. They're not quite relatable. But no, I don't think Ukraine.
So that's not going to happen. But I think Ukraine could be at least a surprise this year.
But what about Barca? Where are they finishing?
That's so difficult. I mean, Barca obviously is a squad that is designed for La Liga and not for the Premier League, right?
Yeah.
I still think that they would. Top 4 guaranteed for me. So
they'd fight it out for the title with Liverpool and City.
I think so. Yeah, I was going to say they would be in a title race. Yeah, that's. I think
we've had like the Rangers Celtic debate on here before, so it's good to throw that Barcelona one in. That's kind of a good thought.
Aniket B.
I think third.
Third? Yeah, I think third is third.
The more I think about it, sorry, I've ruined your line of questioning.
Fair.
Go ahead.
Aniket B. Question from Matt. Why is there? Today you got a lot of questions from me where I'm not really sure about the wording. Why is there a greater no of box-to-box players nowadays? Number. Oh, well, I should have known.
There's supposed to be a dot, but
the dot, nowadays, like Frenkie de Jong or Kanté. Is it because of managers? Also, your favorite defensive midfield player of all time?
Oh my God. Why are there so many box-to-box players? I think it is because of managers, because football has evolved so much that every player needs to be well versed in all aspects of the pitch.
Yeah.
There isn't a position on the pitch where you can just say, oh, I'm a defender who's found myself up front, forget about it. There are defenders who can finish like strikers. The midfielder now needs to be able to do everything from tackling all the way at the back to finishing off a team move. Like, I think there will be more box-to-box midfielders because they need to be able to do everything.
To have.
It is, and as you say, you know, the Alice Kunner, right? Someone who could do everything.
But we actually use the word box-to-box.
Box-to-box as well. It just makes you stand out more. If you're a young kid as well, and if you're breaking into the first team and you could do everything, surely that's better than someone who could just do one or two.
100%. Like, exactly. It's like you raise your own market value and if you're able to do other things. So it's actually in the interest of the team, of the manager, and of the player.
But I will say nowadays is probably like, there are still a few countries who, Germany with Ballack and Schweinsteiger is like the perfect. Those guys did absolutely everything.
Yeah. At the moment, we don't have that though. Goretzka is going to be.
But it's not. Yeah, it's not so much nowadays. It's been around for a while, but a really good point. My favorite defensive midfielder of all time. Boy, that's a difficult one.
I'm taking Schweinsteiger. Nobody asked me, but I'm taking Schweinsteiger. Yeah.
I'm going with Stefan Freund.
Stefan Freund!
When he was at Spurs, talk about someone who could only do one thing. When he was at Tottenham, he could tackle, and that was it.
Have you seen Stefan Freund wearing a Teletubby outfit? Have you seen that? He was at EPL, he had the darts World Championship, and he was wearing I'm pretty sure it was Stefan Freund wearing a purple Teletubby.
He played like 70, 80 games for Spurs and didn't score once. Like, could not shoot to save his life.
The best thing is that Freund means friend, and he was the unfriendliest guy on the pitch.
He was so mean, but he was a great defensive midfielder, just couldn't do anything else. Right, next up from Luke Barr, or Babar, 2 B's. Quick fire for the international break. try and make the international break more lively. Who would you permanently remove from the national team?
Oh.
So I feel like...
So I have to ban somebody.
Yeah, but it's almost as if the other person's more important.
Okay.
So who would you get rid of?
Okay.
Hazard or De Bruyne? See, for Belgium.
Hazard. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Pogba or Kante?
Well, people are gonna hate me, but I'm Kante.
Oh, fuck. What?
Pogba is a vocal leader in the locker room.
I know he's brilliant, Pogba,
obviously,
but...
I said people are gonna hate me for that. I don't want to ban somebody. That's Luke's fault.
Kante. Ooh.
Thank you, Luke.
Kimmich or Gnabry?
Oh, this is ridiculous.
Gnabry's the future. Oh, mate.
Kimmich is the future captain of Germany. I just recently interviewed Gnabry, and he asked, and I told him, look, I have a bet with my friends that Kimmich is going to be the next Germany captain. He said 100%. So that's a future captain we're talking about. I don't want to ban it either. I'm banning Kimmich though for liking Gnabry a lot.
Fair enough. Fabinho or Casemiro?
Casemiro.
And Ronaldo or João Felix?
Oh, just because of age, I'm going to ban Ronaldo.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be out in a few years anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But, I mean...
That's a good one, though.
Yeah, it was
That's an interesting one.
I hated doing that. Tyrus 779. What do you think about an offside tolerance like 5 centimeters? I thought about it the other day.
I thought about this as well. So the fact that with the VAR looks at the offsides and someone's big toe is offside.
Because we made it we're going way too much into like...
I'm all down for it. And I understand it, and I think that on a situation by situation basis, you can be like, oh, okay, that hasn't had too much to do with the build up in play. But the problem is, once you shift the parameters of what's offside and what's not, then there's another one.
Exactly.
So at the moment, it's 0.1 centimeters offside. So we make the tolerance 5, and then what happens when it's 5.1?
Exactly. That's exactly the same conclusion I came to.
Really,
In general, that's a good idea, but we're gonna have the exact same discussions.
And then if you move it further, it's... Yeah. Let's just stop with making extra rules and just simplify it. Next up, is this me? Oh, it is. No.
Well, yeah, there's a question from Luke Oro.
Luke Oro. Who will be Europe's top goal scorer at the end of the season?
Robert Lewandowski. Let's continue.
Completely agreed, yeah. Continue. Ilyas Dahir said, do you think in football you have the right to support different teams? And also, do you have the right to go on loan as a football fan the same way footballers go on loan?
Honestly, it's up to you how you enjoy football.
Yeah.
It's completely up to you. Don't let anybody tell you what you're allowed to do or what you're not allowed to do. If you're telling people, you're gonna tell your friends, look, this year I'm a United fan. Last year I supported Arsenal.
Yeah.
You're gonna get shit for that.
Yeah.
That's just how the world goes. But it is your life, it's your decision. Do whatever you want. If you want to get loaned out and be a TSG Hoffenheim fan this year, I don't understand it, but it's your choice. So I think you can do it. And with football is changing, fandom is changing in the sense of that people start to follow players more than clubs. Yeah. So it's gonna happen anyway. So do whatever the F you want, I think. Right?
That's pretty well summed up. I mean, there's a certain faction of fans who would find it difficult. But if you don't find it difficult, go for it.
Yeah.
We find it difficult.
Yeah, we do.
To go, I could never properly cheer for another team, but do I take interest in other teams?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's up to you. If you enjoy football, that's great. It's you next.
I'm going with Kaustub Varshney. On current form, who would you rather have in your lineup, Lewandowski or Benzema?
This is tough because Benzema was top of the power rankings yesterday.
Where was Lewandowski?
4.
Snubbing my man.
Yeah, Messi and Ziyech in there too. Okay, I'm going Lewandowski.
Yeah, fair. Sterling or Mané?
Oh, on current form, Mané.
Hakimi or Trent Alexander-Arnold? TAA. Sorry.
Yeah, Trent's brilliant. Although Hakimi recently, how many goals he scored in the Champions League? It's like 5 or something.
Every goal that Dortmund scored. He scored, I think, 2 against Slavia and 2 against Inter. Yeah. Not every goal he scored, but 4.
But yeah, Trent. I'll go for Trent
then. Casemiro or Fabinho?
Fabinho.
Daniel James or João Felix?
Felix is just come back from injury. Has been not playing in terrible form. So Daniel James. I think Felix is miles better, but
at the moment, yeah. Matt, Petty or Nico? Current form.
Form. Well, Paddy hasn't actually made time to come on the Q&A for a few weeks.
Yeah.
That is poor form.
Yeah.
That is training ground bust up weeks 5.
Can't believe people still asking for him.
Yeah,
looking
at you,
good form. Whoever that was.
Yeah. Castub.
So Paddy's out and we're taking 2 of us. So what we're doing here.
So I'm going to choose you because it's my question.
Nice.
There you go. Right. Next up from Tanishk Rahujo says, other than Mbappe, which up-and-coming youngster is most likely to break the all-time transfer record? if someone is?
With Joao Felix just being transferred,
Yeah.
I think that Jadon Sancho's transfer is going to be less than the world record.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone who would go for more
neither
than
can I.
220
So
million
for me,
euros.
the next really expensive transfers are going to be like Kai Havertz and Jadon Sancho, but maybe if PSG decides to get Rodrigo from Real at some point, but I can't see any player right now breaking it.
No, I can't see anyone worth, and even Neymar himself, I can't see him going
Kylian
back.
Mbappé is the only one that could.
Yeah.
that could.
If you were to buy Mbappé now, yeah, but he said other than Mbappé. Right, next up to you.
Oh, that's certainly a a German guy, because his name is Grünes Druckerpapier, which means green printer paper. Great name.
Lovely stuff.
Matt, if you could take one player from Frankfurt to Tottenham, who would it be? And then Nico, if you could take one Tottenham player to Frankfurt, who would it be?
This is easier for you because we have players who would improve your squad instantly. From what I've seen at Frankfurt.
It's difficult now that Andrea Rebic.
Honestly, with the problems at left back, I'd take Kostic. And I know he's a left wing back, left attacker. He's not a left back in a 4.
Yeah,
Kostic.
No, he needs support from the back.
He needs support, but yeah, like his pace and his drive and his energy to get up and down.
Well, if you're taking Kostic and we have an opening there, and I'm taking Sessegnon. Normally I would have taken, obviously Harry Kane is the number one answer. Then I thought, okay, Harry Kane is too easy, so I thought maybe Ndombele would be cool, because he has it all, I love him.
Yeah.
But if you're taking Kostic from us, then we need another player, and I'm taking
Maybe
Sessegnon.
they could work that out, little swap deal, little loan for the season.
No, I'm not what Kostic is
I know
saying.
you don't want to do that. Right, last up from Bear Gas Dog, what a name. Which football manager do you think would be a good estate agent?
So real estate, yeah?
Yeah, someone sells houses.
That's easy. It's a boring answer, but it's Jurgen Klopp, and I'll tell you why.
Well.
Okay, look, Jurgen Klopp is the kind of guy, he shows you a house.
Yeah.
It's at home. And he's like, dude, I'm sorry, man, I'm not gonna buy that house. He's like, yeah, I get it. Like, you wanna go for a pint? Like, the pub's just down the road. You go to a pub, you get absolutely obliterated with Jurgen Klopp. You just order shot after shot after shot. Next morning, you're getting home, your wife makes you sleep in the living room because you're so fucked up. Next morning you check your emails and there's like the contract in it, you just bought the house. And you go to Jurgen Klopp's office and he's sitting there fresh as a daisy, because Jurgen Klopp seems like he's immune to hangovers. And he's just sitting there and he's like, you're like, dude, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to buy the house. He's like, you did it, you signed it, and also we had a barbecue in the living room, you can't go back now. So I'm pretty sure Jurgen Klopp is the one. He's gonna be shady as fuck, but he's gonna sell a lot of houses.
I think mine would be one of these old English managers like Roy Hodgson. Because he's talked that much shit that he still gets a job in football, that he's probably good at shit talking you into buying a house. Actually, Valverde as well. He must be brilliant at bullshitting if he's still got a job at Barcelona.
Unai Emery though has the look.
Yeah.
Unai Emery has the look.
Oh yeah. He'd
slick.
convince you to buy a house. I got the job at Barcelona. You would buy a house off me.
Yeah, I was a former Barcelona.
Where do I sign? Right, that's it. What a great question to end on. But for myself and Nico, that's everything. Make sure you look out for the community tab on a Wednesday night on YouTube, where you can leave your questions for the Friday's Q&A. Until next week, though, where I believe we'll be back.
Yes.
Hopefully. We'll see you guys next time.